Mema munyina kwa the money hub with Casandra. Ukwada su say nebo non siampe mu 6:15. You know what time it is. Yeah, baba chichen komafa usika semho. Your business and financial literacy program number 1. Meeting the Casandra. Do follow us on social media at moneyhub_official on the official Money Hub page and I think so my personal page in the at Casandra World. Michia munyina. God bless your hustle. Maybe say ne ukwe jumano senior koye. You know, yeah, sorry, yeah, kobenyina iska. And that's why we need to understand the concept of money, the concept of planning, the concept of investing, the concept say, would it be too hot for dachi? Here. I'm excited about my guest Enyumre because ene yaba betwitwe nkomo efa effective retirement planning. Meaning say what a retirement da, what a pension da, what a so be so fiscal to ho na ekoba ne say, you know, wunyini a enya afi na okwa so o ma wo ma for no mo no ye retirement plans ani ama na twem. Retirement plans no bebre wo ho, but which one is effective? You know I bring you effective conversations. Tell somebody to tell somebody. So we are live on Facebook at Happy 98.9 on Facebook. My guest Hilda Owusu. Hilda Owusu is the Assistant General Manager, Advisory and Marketing Ewo Enterprise Trustees, and Adorin Misroda, and so a Head of Marketing from Enterprise Trustees. Omo enamini omo eba betuche enkomo enyumre. Na ene conversation, like I said, is effective retirement planning. Se ekobane se ene unye jume bium ana wuni ahoden bium a who's going to take care of you? First, because we make our children our retirement plan. And then you tell me, antisabium or mube nyini no mwakwa worry. Na fe die from my for me pacho. It is important for you to put something aside for yourself. But how are you going to do it well? How are you going to do it effectively? Especially in this day and age, a product be brain aba. If you're not careful, you won't get it. But in order for you to plan effectively, this conversation is for you. Indicatio will be say, another conversation that will completely change your life. We are sponsored and supported by Oze App, Tang Palace Hotel, and our Skin Gourmet. And our things on the Cocoa Bears, fresh coconut water. Oko Facebook, I'll be some muscle, but later on I will give you his number. So we should show be our best supplier of coconut water for all your events. Cocoa Benz is there for you. My guest is ready this evening. Listen, me dey fly on it too. Be say, hey, conversation between 3 beautiful women. It's like, hey, jai. Mama Kwaba. Lovely to have you on the show. Lovely to have you finally.
Thank
but
you,
before
Casandra.
we start anything, I'd like to say congratulations to your MD, Mr. Joseph Ampofo. Imagine the CEO of the year at the just ended CEO Summit, right?
Yes.
Oh wow, lovely. Congratulations to him.
Thank you.
And to all of you, I believe, say your teamwork.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Me patrol, see a kind of retirement and as a pension and I say, say ye home we are say I'm sure say ye nyini nko yechi ye nyini ko yenim and e do time bia ahode a ye nyina ye wo sesi and we wouldn't have the same thing. But come here say in our part of the world, we've had horror stories. We've not only had yankasi ye horror stories of omo a wo nyina fe na sebio wo mo sika obi ma miskana me fendi eto de bi obi bisa sa de oni mana yes so one ma ebia no de ne man na ye ne retirement plan which used to be I mean me mama we onim so wa for onim say we menye bi but we are senso akwa de ne me pacho is it the norm say in our part of the world ye ten hu omo a mo retire na omo ho akere omo ana say ebia ne America no me media talk akra
Mokasa on undi agroye. As you said, retirement is the time of our life. You paid income. But you are not getting an income from anybody. So it's important that we plan. In our part of the world, it's only 15% of us who work in the formal sector,
no?
Which means that 85% of us work in the informal sector. When we look into the data, it's only 4% of that 84% who have any planning towards retirement.
We'll say in our part of the world, 15% depend on
formal sector,
which is at least when you're employee for retirement.
Yeah.
Okay, and out of that,
what that means is that 85% of our population of working age are in the informal sector. Of that 85%, only 4% have any form of pension planning based on recent industry data that was shared. And now, we share the fact say in other parts of the world, 75% of the working population have pensions plan in place. By the time they go on retirement, they are earning as much as 129% of their last salary. If you look at our average income today in Ghana, and you look at the fact that people are earning as low as 300 cedis a month as pensions, that brings it to about 6% of last income earned by Ghanaians. So it is not strange that you would say that it's something that we need to plan for. We find that a lot of our retirees, based on the data, are in dire needs. They are not planned. They've not planned well. They get into retirement, and retirement is a shock for them. And we are in an environment where our children are also struggling. See, we've gone through COVID. Suddenly, there's Ukraine, Russian war. Inflation is through the roof. Everybody is trying to make ends meet. Then there's also somebody that you need to look after. So you can imagine if you are not in retirement, and let's say you are not well, and you have a daughter and a son who also have a daughter who is not well.
Yes.
Instead of focusing on their child, the young one, they now have to balance between the two of you. Which means that really, for the two of you, healthcare is 50-50. So there's no real guarantee of quality of life, mental health during retirement. And that actually affects the people, the generations that are coming up. So obviously, we are not properly prepared in Ghana, in our part of the world.
But Hilda, would you say, your culture, previously that thing of, me what 10, because at first, now your money, so perhaps it's stemming from there. In your dealings with retirement and the planning, could we say it's coming from there, and that orientation has to begin to change?
Most definitely.
All right.
This afternoon I was having a discussion with Doreen, and I told her that when you go to the West, if you get into the Western community and people who've planned well, considering they are earning 129% of their last income, if you find the people who are spending a lot on holidays and luxury items, it's actually the people who've gone on retirement. On the reverse, because of the kind of culture we have and the fact that by the time I added to the fact that most of us are in the informal sector, and by that time, wow. Obviously, our culture goes a long way.
It goes a long way, and I think it's about time. And conversations like this is what is sensitizing Ubia. Say, I mean, for we and to baby. So, do you remember also? Obibeka say, what is the conversation? How does a pension and our retirement concern three beautiful young women? At what age and now Obeka say being shasier to plan towards retirement?
Okay. Medikai yechia etiefo nyina.
Momoje was so.
Every can say it's never too late or too early to start planning for retirement, because the best time is now. Say best start. Now you discuss retirement planning stages. I 3 stages. Your friend Bako young adulthood stage, which is from age 21 to 35. And at that stage, I feel I was starting Juma Sikani Shedan Dawson, sir. But at least you have the time until all the it will go a long way to ensure that you have something. Now we come to the second stage, which is from age 36 to 50. At this stage, what who say the financial stress be bring up, because what you have fees, maybe our loans or mortgages, family obligations, and so also. But at this stage, it's very easy say you forget about say be too hot for retirement. At this stage it's important say you don't lose sight of it. Still keep putting something down, because so you need to still keep putting something down. Then the third stage, which is the final stage, is from age 51 to 60, which is the final stage. This time you can say finish hard, because this is the time. Exactly. At this stage, no, the two in for say this is not the stage you will get greedy. Say me investment, be conservative about your investment. Right. Where you watch your investment grow. And yes, I would say bibi more ain't me and I say inyame amboa na risky na eseya. You don't have the time to recover before you go on retirement. So it's important say you are very conservative about it. At this time, it's very important. Say loans be an answer or mortgage. By this time, you should have finished paying all those things off, so that it gives you time to save more towards retirement.
During talking about time, you're saying we should start at an early age. Your cut off time and no there will be an antibiotic no say during patrol me person start to plan because auntie it's too late. Is there any cut off? Is there any time there where can say age we dear we need be Kofi.
Unique cut-off point. All what we are saying is that the best time to start is now. And the earlier the better. The younger you are, the better. It gives you more time. Your baby compound interest. It gives you more time to save for your retirement.
And when so the talking, earlier, you said, start here, Juma.
Yes.
As soon as you start working, the first thing you need to start thinking about planning. Before now, I remember me starting. It's almost as if
salt life.
Yes. It's almost as if when we begin to talk about time, I don't say me would. But at least now the sensitization is going on to understand. So you don't get to that age or answer now what shall say. You start when you are young, when you have that time, like you said. Hilda, let me come back to you. Now we've established say retirement are semi and yet automatic. In fact, especially here on Money Hub, our listeners understand say legacy, leaving financial legacy and leaving, wealth for your family, and yet automatic and yet would you say, receive there be receive be anyhow, and your conscious effort, and yet build a successful retirement plan. Take us through a step-by-step process of how our OBOT from at least OTAC say, okay, retirement plan a hand na midi fee. Step-by-step plan of how to begin to plan for your retirement.
I'll pick up from what Doreen said. It's in stages. And depending on where you find yourself in your life, you plan according to your age. How many years you have towards retirement. You take that into consideration and ask yourself that, okay, if I go on retirement in say 10 years and I project, my SNAP contributions are so much, 98.9, how much will be my monthly SNAP contributions? How much will I earn from my tier 2, which is the second tier mandatory contribution? So what tier 3 are, which is a voluntary option. You decide that, we want me tier 1 with SNAP, we want me tier 2 with private sector pensions managers, but me person may save additional tier 3. A bit me a personal decision, and now a be a juma baby or ye juma no. Or more tier 3 provident fund into who contribute kakra now we juma ye for so a contribute kakra no me dia bom no my PF amount. Who the ni na bom e bi so na business kakra bi wo ho. And now our investment be what baby for. Who the ni na bom now project now if say okay, by the time I met any 60 no say me family seeking na bom on a month basis saying na menya.
Okay.
In 2 years calculation now if now say enkoye. Or say me save you a little bit more. Ubeti me afraid pensions advisors. More advice, more projections, more say, say na new contributions no. Utimi contribute be a 200 cedis more and now 300 cedis more. But caution must be made of the fact that pensions fund and your emergency fund. And yes, I will save it towards pensions and they be when your emergency or school fees or because you pensions. And yes, by the time I'll be do 60.
Yeah.
In two show be away debate 25. Me, I say okay. Sometimes we excite people by saying that give yourself a 1 million Ghana cedis target. You can 1 million Ghana cedis. It sounds big.
Yes.
But if you look at what Doreen said and talks about compounded interest, now we debate 25. Who contributed just 90 cedis a month?
Wow.
By the time I'll be do 60,
it's doable.
We win 1 million cedis. Our debate show. So person win 2 million, 10 million, 50 million. You can decide and say that, okay, based on that. And these projections have been made with very modest interest rate, 15%. It's government securities are doing about 18%. So if 15% and you project and are getting to 5 million because you are contributing even 200 cedis a month, imagine the difference that will make for you in your life. So that is the kind of planning. You take all of that into consideration and ask yourself, okay, when I go on retirement, you know that the older lifestyle you get, what kind of lifestyle do you want to lead? Do you want to go on holidays? Or recently we posted something on social media that said, you want an empty pocket, or you want to go on holidays, or you want to be able to buy a house for your daughter when she gets married.
Oh, that's sweet.
You get it. You are building generational wealth. So you ask yourself, okay, what kind of lifestyle do I want to lead? How do I want to live my life health-wise?
Okay.
When you're planning towards that, you know that by the time you're turning 60, your health is also given up.
Absolutely.
Right now, you should start planning how you eat, how much you exercise, to make sure that you manage your health, that by the time you get to retirement, you are not inundated with, me hire me ya, me koto e drove, me koye scan.
Live on us,
exactly. Who reduce a baby time when your quality of life, mental health. Bibia de din, obi he is the cry one show you cry poor. Wa a be a jumaye. Any because you're so comfortable. Because you planned well ahead of time.
That is great. Yeah. That seems like a holistic approach towards retirement. And yes, you can inquire about what lifestyle senior can say. Start now. Start at an early age. The same way our lifestyle starts in a say how you want to see your body, how you want to see your organs in the next 30 years. What dream? And that is the lifestyle you put in right now.
You have to dream big.
Yes. And okay, so Hilda, let me come to you before I go back to Doreen. So Obiba Muwa, do these questions also follow the Sikana or Babeye? Yemfane say, Mabana me pese me start here. Do you ask me about the lifestyle of me pet, and based on that premiums? Yeah. Does that go with the kind of package?
So we consider ourselves advisors. We plan with you towards your goal. Right. So like we said, we dream big with us. Okay. There's nothing you can't achieve with enterprise trustees. So we look at your lifestyle now. We look at what you want to be able to achieve. We look at your earnings. If you want to achieve the 10 million CDs, we'll help you achieve it. When you go, right now a lot of us are working. We are not able to go on holidays. When we go on retirement and we have a lot of time on our hands, that is the time for you to go on. You can do, even if you don't want to go Santorini, you want to do
Ghana
local,
Campa, it is still beautiful.
North Kakra, yeah, so we go through all of that. We do a lot of
98.9
we plan to do a lot of social media education as well, to try and bring people's mind to the conversation and make sure that they are advised and have enough information around retirement. Great. But I must continue to emphasize that your retirement fund is not your emergency fund. It's not your
emergency fund. That is so
solid. They are two separate funds.
They are two different things. Okay. I don't know whether, I don't want to call it culture. Culture. Whenever we're saving something, we wanna take it out immediately when we have an emergency. So at least it's good for you to let us understand. So retirement, it's not part of your emergency. So take your eyes off it. Take your mind
totally.
All right, I'll do with Fidiata Happy 98.9 FM Wu TA. You're listening to the Money Hub with Casandra. All right, I already see messages on Facebook. I say hello, Doreen, Miss Rhoda. Okay, keep it up. And Kofo Bebre, hi Hilda, hi Doreen. Oh, who's some more fans? Doreen, let me come to you. We see that Enterprise Trustees is doing a lot, in terms of giving people dignity when they retire. Tell us what product exactly, how is your product or services exactly helping people? Because the one thing I'm very particular about now, my background is insurance, and I always say when someone wants to claim, they want to claim.
Yep.
When people put money aside for pension, they want to be sure. Say, me do time. No stories. Give me my money. Help me to be able to go. So tell me, how exactly do your products and services a buankro for to be able to retire in dignity?
Okay. As Enterprise Trustees, we are a pensions management subsidiary of Enterprise Group. Now, when you say Enterprise Group, you have life, you have general insurance, you have properties, you have health insurance. Now, we are one of the leading corporate trustees currently in the country. We administer Tier 2, the friend mandatory occupational pension scheme, Tier 2. And we are compulsory. And I Tier 3 Provident Fund. And we are voluntary, then personal pension. So when you take the personal pension, and the personal pension, we have a post component and the personal pension. I a friend purple drawdown. And no call retirement. Now, because most of the time we realize that a lot of people, when they have managing it becomes a problem. So what we try to do is that if you get the lump sum, which is the Tier 2 lump sum, me I can say, administer it to me on monthly basis, quarterly. We can help you manage it. Exactly, so that you don't waste the money. That's one of the things we do. And the personal pension is basically an individual retirement planning, especially for the informal sector worker and for formal sector worker who wants to top up their retirement, because it's very important that you make a personal commitment to your retirement. It's not up to your employer to ensure that you have a comfortable retirement, because hey, you will enjoy retirement.
You don't have a comfortable
so you need to ensure.
And no, it's your own, it's your responsibility. Okay.
And now, Yafifi Emrani Munso Ashe National Pensions Act in Munso Ashe. And I say we have something called the pension-backed mortgage, and we have come up with a solution, which is the pension-backed mortgage short-term loan solution. So in partnership with some banks, we have come out with this solution. I will bet me at the pension fund I wear at the collateral for say kwakwakoje dying, person mortgage, person short-term loan. Bet me the pension fund no. I dey AC9. It is just there 7 as collateral that you have this money. So instead of going to look for money, say me pesika edia 10% deposit. No, we have given you the opportunity to save for your retirement and use this as a collateral for years. And we also have retirement planning sessions we always do with our members to prepare them adequately for retirement, because so one prepare it's a shock when it gets to that stage. So we prepare their minds adequately towards
I'm excited about the preparing people towards retirement, because Hilda's submission earlier on talked about mental health. And I think when you are a very active, proactive person, now be do baby now
all of a sudden
it's a big blow. And if someone won't now it becomes difficult. It affects your mental health. So I'm glad that that whole education comes with it. All right. Our fintech segment is sponsored by Oze app. Now, because say we na say we need Oze app phone, so you're doing yourself a disfavor. When smartphone now go onto your Google Play Store, and also your Apple Store, and download Oze. It's a simple process. It be solve simple questions about your business, and voila, you are in. Now, so what can say we baby? You want to expand your business, and that's a whoop funding and now whoop partners. The one thing on share a record keeping intimate bisa say on a daily basis near wotono and hifana wotrono. If you're writing it in a book, books are here and I'll be keeping for how many years, and that's why I may come for Oze app ediamau. So what do you say ube dija? Oze app is good for you. So u dija dida. I'm telling and recommending Oze app for you. A simple process. What was that same process now? To me do TikTok, ekoshe videos all day, no same process. Ube to me, Eddie. Almost say, Ube to me, Eddie. You see Oze app, and it is going to go a long way to help you. Honestly, and open funding. open partner, and your global world where between your partner wa broche, but baby say, records were he, or person who say, Ejana would dino, ahina wuton, unyam faso, very, very important. Use Oze app. Now, the one good thing about Oze app is one says, so would entrepreneurs. One thing they say, Yakwako yese, Adina yese, jack of all trade. You're entrepreneur, you're expected to be a marketer, you're expected to do the sales, you're expected to do A, B, C, D, Nyamano Dawson. But then if you're on Oze app, you have 24-hour business coaches to assist you with aspects of your business and then when Oze ensu edijana wo use app ya eto de bia wo mutumi ka se akosia wejuma ye ni so ye ni nti ye pese ye boa na wo tre wo business name. I mean, what else do you need? I recommend Oze app for you right now. Now quite recently, we say a couple of weeks ago ma mejuma because na me ho ense da emfa me. Me recommend Tank Palace Hotel for your relaxation. Every time me come ask nipa home. Me yare ya pe obi ase ebe jewa home. Because it's too much. Onipa, relax. It is important for you to take time off your busy schedules and relax your body. Now, body name break it down. I will baby relax here. Me kasa I'm big on service. Me pedriane pine. I like fresh produce. Edian wedriane. Enti wo be ko baby ya yebe treat you basa. Wa would do sika. Akwa ko tiase me pese me beda ni show up and down. No, you will get solid treatment and so luxurious treatment at Tank Palace Hotel. Go on to their website www.tankpalace.com and I say ubetumi Bostal Avenue go and see the beautiful hotel and they are covered up. We big on hygiene. Smell the sheets. It smells amazing. This weekend, take hubby out, take wifey out. Family nekrano unyo kakra. When you are in the four corners of your office and I say four corners of your friends, it sometimes closes up on you. Take yourself out, take the family out. Very, very important. Tank Palace is what I recommend for you. I think it's a Coco Bears. This young, entrepreneur is such an amazing guy. Every time, every Wednesday, every Saturday, he brings coconut water to my guests. And patronize Coco Bears for all your events. The number I'll be to my friend was here 0203 252 698. Number Nibio is 0203 252 698. Something I'll do with Fidia Toa. We're discussing effective retirement planning, and my guests here are from Enterprise Trustees, Hilda Wusu and Doreen and Emilio Mochiche and Komo. Let me read a few of your messages and then we'll go back to them. Okay, Eunice Tonyis, I'm watching. Kofi Kunu said, great discussion. Thank you very, very, very much. All right, let me come back to you. Ebano, entrepreneurs. We celebrate a lot of entrepreneurs on the show, and we do a lot of sensitization. Anything that will increase entrepreneur businesses is what we do here on the show. But my one concern is and like you said, the those in the formal sector, in our part of the world, it means that's 85%, right?
85%.
That's a lot. That's really a lot.
That's a lot.
Your informal sector. It's almost as if, you better find it, you better use.
Yeah.
So I'm concerned about our artists, I'm concerned about your businesses, your media space, me say, like SME show kind of thing. Now, do you have any package that kind of umbrellas us or protects us or cushions us or is going to help us also towards retirement?
Yes. So Nigeria some say yedi emra government need the emra no emra no or making sure say because or understanding say 85% of us are in the informal sector. Within the law, there's provision to make sure that people within the informal sector are catered for.
Right.
So in our business, that is how come we came up with the personal pension solution.
Okay.
So people who are working have the benefit of having the Provident Fund scheme. Even within that environment, we are still encouraged because based on your target, you may need to save more. So for people who are in the informal sector, what it means is that you don't have tier 1, you don't have tier 2, you don't have the possibility of a Provident Fund.
Yes.
So you must be able to put a total of at least 35% of your monthly income down to be able to achieve the pensions fund you plan. And even that 35% is what formal sector people are doing by default. So if really you want to achieve your expected target, you should be able to do 40 to 45% of your monthly income to make sure that by the time you are going on retirement, at least you are able to earn 80% of your last earned income. Remember I told you that people in the OECD countries are earning like 129% of their income. We are earning like 6%. So if you really want to be able to get there, then you need to be able to do the projections we talked about and be able to plan well ahead. So there's provision for people in the informal sector. We are really eager to get the informal sector on board for them to understand that they can also save towards their pensions. They are not left out of the conversation.
Quite frankly, the more we talk about, the more I think, this is a conversation that must go on almost every day. Because if we look at, like you said, Abroche compared to her, the gap is
really wide.
It's ridiculous. And of course, that's why I say, and then it's like life begins. And
as retirement.
Life begins our retirement. And the life is comfortable for them. Doreen, tell me, Hilda has already mentioned, are there some sensitized, because this is where my concern is. You pay na me de befa 35. I don't know. I'm difficult. What kind of education is going on for the informal sector to ensure because at the way the fayin na ye ho say one more amma wunua bi anya ne wo so ya ochina na oda wo so koso yare a wo ye den ya wunua wo ye den ya wunim nipa no na ba be ye wo burden. What are some of the sensitization that echo on to help us? Maybe say me take a yemede for me na me first me this at 35 now out of my earnings and to make sure I'm also cushioning myself for retirement.
I think as pensions industry in general, we need to intensify our education when it comes to the informal sector. Until last year, for instance, the regulator a pensions awareness week where we all took part trying to educate people. Day in, day out, we go on outreach in collaboration with the regulator. Court places. I think last month we went to the OT region to educate people about retirement, the need to save. And that's one of the things that we are doing because you say intensify.
No correct.
Every day we need to hammer on it. It's very important that we save for retirement. And if you want to know more too, you can contact us. We have our retirement advisors who would educate you. If you want to know more about how you can save, you can just dial *714*333#. You can just choose the option to speak to an advisor, and we'll call you back ourselves and talk with you how you can effectively plan for your retirement.
Honestly, the education has to go on and on
very
and on.
Important.
Very, very important. Hilda, sorry, so let me come back to you in terms of if you have a relative, Nase, because retirement, you planning effectively. Now we in a year, you say, and you won't be around you, and hotono. And in the young van is me family be mo, na me who say we be a me be, and I say, Obia minimum, and then when you retirement, a papa done me bed dinner. Nasa ni employee in
98.9 FM.
One, and then the next question will be, you to me and to boy pension into boy, to me the movie. And find the same, who send me be we near all send your way. Your papa better me how papa. So let's start from the first one. As in, so what Peke say, Nipa when the employee is not to, is there a way that you can help?
Well, first and foremost, the employee needs to find out who the corporate trustee is.
Okay.
Sometimes we are not well informed, so it may come across as maybe your employer is. People don't follow up.
I've
they
noticed
don't check
that.
on their accounts.
Yes.
And so for enterprise trustees, for instance, as you near retirement, one of the things we do is to begin to engage you.
Oh, right.
By the time you are age 50, 55, the year before retirement, you are starting frefro. Catch your check or statement. Make sure say we payment ni na ba. So who say gas be o ma, make sure say we HR bed reconcile. Say a personal pension so you know who say oh now to ya every time, but when we say oh there are some gaps, friend and reconciling and making sure say your payments are up to date. But if you do all those checks, you go to your HR, you've pushed, you are trying to get them to reconcile, the payments are not going through. That is why we have our regulator. Our regulator is the one that takes care of the people.
Okay.
Your pensions law, no, you see, the first people they made the pensions law are Ghanaians. It's not for the companies.
Yes.
It's not for the banks. It's not for the fund. No, it's not for them. It is for at the end of the day, when all of us come into the industry, we are here to serve the people.
True.
So the moment the regulator realizes that something is not going right, they are up in arms. So you are at liberty to walk to the regulator anytime. They have a complaints desk. You can go in. They'll take it up. Sometimes they do take employers to court if they realize that they are just being recalcitrant and they are not paying the contributions for their employees. So it's something that is very top of mind for the industry, and we are all involved in making sure that as a team within the industry, we are working together to bring Ghanaians the best retirement solutions as much as possible.
But I like what you said. What was it, Doreen, who said that, you know, this whole thing boils down to you yourself.
Yeah.
Like you said, say you move a brain po and check.
Check.
So you see, your employer has been paying. You've not gone to check whether they are really paying.
Exactly.
So if you haven't done that too, and it's your money.
It's your money.
Yeah. So the onus is upon you. It's your responsibility.
Because the law says that as long as the contribution has been made for Casandra, the money belongs to Casandra.
Yes.
So irrespective of who made the contribution, the moment the money is made and they say this is Cassandra's contribution for January 2022, it is yours.
It is mine.
So you must take charge.
Yes, you must take charge.
Yeah.
Wow. So we tell of course, you need to take charge. Baby, we juma no ochina nyame ya dom na de pachi ya. Koko bisa trustees womu keep sika baby aye into one towards your pension. Bisa say one and go and find out say ampampa yetua na say yetua one kasa woni omunkota say na dwene ho from the conversation we've had today ni say na entobaya eyi me employee mpo ede to hold mame for my retirement me amehwe my lifestyle na will that suit me when I go on retirement ebebo me mama to edro ebebo me ama metumi ato aduane edi ebebo me ama metumi movies and na me kosra me ba ana me koye ye anya afi na okobi seska. All these are very, very important. And I have said it here. So do not go and put your money in an organization where be very, very careful. And that's why we bring credible organizations here. Into Chanyami, you can call enterprise trustees. And that's it. First of all, she say into pension no find out who are the trustees and do your own due diligence. Doreen, would you want to answer the question on Obibe to me ayen to Bwana Mubi?
Aye.
Okay.
Obibe to me ayen to Bwana. You just need to register in that person's name.
Okay.
Register the scheme or personal pension in that person's name.
Okay.
And you can make the contribution on the person's behalf.
All right. Answer na major numbers and answer more, other details for a tier phone. Tell me, are there any testimonials? My listeners love testimony. I always say, if there's any story of how Obinantiba enterprise trustee, come 10 years, come 15 years, ne lifestyle, and no never me. Was it for 35%? Yeah. So, yeah. But anyway, we are all towards, building a better life. This conversation is very, very serious. So tell me, have there any story of anybody and I say, tell me how generally your services are making people happy. I'm sure there are people that send happy stories. So tell me how it makes their life comfortable. Does it help them to easily buy food? How has it changed their lives? So,
Casandra, we started this business providing pension solutions to members for the mandatory tier 2 and then the voluntary tier 3. Then about 3 or 4 years ago, we came up with the personal pensions.
Yeah.
We've even evolved that solution to bring solutions such as the purple drawdown, the post-retirement solution. And then we've even evolved that same solution around and giving the pensions bank mortgage. We are bringing solutions to members to make their lives easier. We are bringing advisory solutions to members to educate them about pensions. This conversation we are having today is making somebody's life better. So the things we are doing are myriad and they are many. And every day we are touching people's lives through the things we do. And we do that by listening to people, picking up the feedback. We get complaints from our customers. We take those complaints and sweeten our processes to make sure that we are giving them a painless experience when they engage with enterprise trustees. So it's a continuous improvement. The testimonials, there are a lot. It's just that we didn't bring some.
I'm sure there are a lot of people with all the likes that I'm getting right here. There are a lot of people. All right, Bendo Usubediako. Okay, Elsie, you're looking stunning. Thank you very much. Elsie, please give a shout out to her ladyship. Okay, Miss Fina of Touch Ghana Limited. And this is from Benda. All right, Miss Fina from Touch Ghana Limited. This is from Benda Owusubediako to you. All right, thank you very much to my sponsors, Oze Aptang Palace and Coco Benz. Thank you so very much to my lovely guest. It's been a nice girl hangout.
Yes, it has.
Hilda Owusu is the Assistant General Manager, Advisory and Marketing, Enterprise Trustees, and Adorin Misroda is the Head of Marketing at Enterprise Trustees. It's been lovely hanging out with you.
It's been lovely hanging out with you.
But put your number out there. Put your number out there, Mr. Mwa, Ochanya Meya Domwa, Nankro for Emame, starts their planning for, effective retirement plan with a credible organization.
Yes. Okay. Mepacho, if you want to know more about personal pension, you can call this number 055 268 7815. My main sambo should be 055 268 7815.
All right.
And as I said earlier, you can also just dial *714 *333# and request to speak to an advisor, and we will call you back.
Lovely. Thank you very much, Madam Wasinyami Shramu.
Okay, thank you.
This is how you plan effectively for your retirement. I hope say newishian bibi maninya udadrin. Think about it and do it now that you are young, because the benefit is enormous. And trust me, when we talk about financial planning, the majority of why you need to plan right now is not for now. It's not for Nenya Bugatti. No. It's for when you actually do not have the strength to work, and that is retirement. Interne maninya wuhiade or ne ukokra woni wonam for ni wunuanom nso entwetwe ho nkomo, because guess what? If they do not plan effectively or well, they fall back on you. And no the pressure also. So and now it's make sure that someone else also hears about this discussion. Next week I shall be here to bring you more on financial and business literacy. Makramo. Bye bye.